Good morning, happy Sunday. I am Debbie from Debbie's World and welcome to my channel and welcome to another recipe video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Been busy the last few weekends, but I've now got a little bit of time this Sunday before the World Championship snooker starts. The last two sessions tonight to make something from the last magazine. So this is what I'm going to make. I have it on my iPad as the e-version of the magazine, and it's the recipe from the 7-day food menu for Wednesday, and it's chicken pasta bake. Super simple, serves 4, sins per serving 1, ready in 1 hour, 10 minutes, proper comfort food. Have another look at the picture and then we'll see what we need. Cook's note, I'll read that in a minute. So what we need is low calorie cooking spray, fry light or whatever, that is just for frying off your onions. Which, speaking of, we have 2 red onions finely diced, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 garlic cloves crushed as usual. I've got my lazy garlic. 2 courgettes finely diced, not sure whether I'd call that finely diced, but they'll do. They're in chunks. Courgettes. 2 times 400 gram cans of chopped tomatoes. I've got these little boxes from Morrison's, I've got 2 of those. 300 grams of dried orzo pasta. And this is where the cook's note comes in. It also is a small grain-shaped variety of pasta. If you can't find it in the supermarket, you can use dried macaroni instead. So I did try to search for orzo on Morrison's online, but I couldn't find it, so I got some macaroni. And we need 300 grams of that. And 2 large skinless and boneless chicken breasts cut into 2 centimetre chunks. So there's my chicken. And 20 grams of fresh parmesan finely grated. I am not keen on parmesan, so I'm going to use normal cheese. So parmesan is where the sins come in, but as I'm using cheese, I can use this dish as part of my Healthy Extra A choice. So we need to preheat our oven to 200 degrees, fan, 180 or gas mark 6. Spray a frying pan with cooking spray and fry off the onions. So preheat your oven and fry off your onions for about 10 minutes. So I'll see you over at the hob. Here we are over at the hob then, as I said. I am going to be watching a gaming stream at the same time, so if you hear any noise in the background, that's what it is. But I've got my large frying pan and I'm frying off my red onions on a medium heat for about 10 minutes until they're softened, and I've also got my oven preheating to 180 degrees. My onions have been frying for about 10 minutes and I'm going to add a teaspoon of dried oregano, plenty of that in, and we're going to add some garlic, so it would be 2 garlic cloves crushed or 2 generous tablespoons of lazy garlic. We're going to add a splash of water and fry that for a few more minutes. To our onions, we're now going to add the courgette, and we're going to add our tomatoes, we're going to season that well. Some salt and some pepper, and then add the courgettes and tomatoes and season. Simmer for 20 minutes until thickened, stirring frequently. And while you're cooking this off, you need to be cooking your pasta for about 7 to 8 minutes, 3 minutes less than the cooking time advised. At the moment I'm frying off a burger for my lunch, so we'll cook the pasta at some point when my burger is cooked. But you can do it however you wish, whatever order. Turn this up slightly and see you in about 20 minutes. So my courgettes, tomatoes, onions have been cooking for a good 20 minutes. I've also boiled my macaroni. I'm going to add the chicken in. Give that a good stir, make sure everything's coated. And then the pan's going to get rather crowded right now, so if you have a big pan then go for it. I'm going to add in my macaroni, maybe a little, oh no, I was going to say a little bit at a time, but it all came out. And then slowly and carefully stir that in. Now I have only done, sorry my phone rang then, I'm hoping that I caught some of the clip. So I've added in my chicken and I've added in my macaroni, and I have only done 250 grams of macaroni, whereas the recipe says 300, because I always find that Slimming World pasta recipes are overly generous. So we just need to bring this to a simmer, and then we need to transfer it to a dish. Now I have my baking dish. Brought the sauce to a simmer. Obviously the chicken is not cooked yet, but we're going to make it into a pasta bake type thing. So I'm going to transfer my frying pan mixture into the baking dish. I probably won't film all of this because it will make a mess. But yeah, we're going to make a lovely, I think it'll taste something like a lasagna or something. But if you wanted to do it all one pot, you could probably put the chicken in earlier and just cook it off the same time as the courgettes. If you wanted to discard this step. But I figure it might add a little bit of taste, and it's just something a little bit different. But let me know what you think. Could you cut out some of the steps and fry the chicken off at the same time as the tomatoes and courgettes and cook the pasta and then just serve it up? Let me know. But we're going with what the recipe says. Let me know how you're all doing, by the way. I haven't caught up with you for a while. Managed not to make too much of a mess doing that transfer. We've done some of the washing up as we've gone along as well, so that isn't too bad. So let's flatten that all out. I think there looks like there's plenty of pasta there. Like I say, I did use 250 grams of macaroni rather than 300. Got my oven on preheat, and here is my, I've got 80 grams of low fat cheddar here. So that will mean that each portion divided into 4 is half a healthy extra A. If you're using your parmesan, which is 20 grams of fresh parmesan, that makes it 1 sin each, 1 sin per serving. So totally up to you what cheese you want to add. I'm going to scatter this over. I'm just not particularly keen on parmesan. And there we go. So we want to cook that in our preheated oven for about 30 minutes. And there we go, after 30 minutes in the oven, here is my chicken pasta bake. So I'm going to let that cool down for a little bit, watch the end of Coronation Street, and then I'll come back and divide it up and have a little taste along the way to let you know what I think to it. Here is the finished chicken pasta bake. It's a tomatoey one. And the macaroni is really filling, and they are quite big portions, so if you wanted to make them smaller it would be absolutely fine, and you could probably get 6 for a lunch. But I'm gonna serve this with green salad tonight for my tea, and that will be my Healthy Extra A choice. So it's all sin-free. My version of the recipe, I've used normal light cheese, so each portion is half a Healthy Extra A choice. If you're using Parmesan, each portion would be 1 sin. It's tomatoey, pasta-y, the chicken tastes nice. Yeah, really going to enjoy this later on. So that is my chicken pasta bake from this month's Slimming World e-magazine. If you make it, let me know. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.